Welcome into the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm Namath Pitts. Happy Thursday afternoon. We are back on the road today traveling as we pick up interviews of spring sports, and we are today at Weaver High School. We've been here quite a few times. You've heard from this guy quite a few times during wrestling season. This is the head coach of the Weaver Bearcat golf team, Coach Justin Brown. Coach, assistant coach during wrestling, head coach during golf. Talk about the differences in being an assistant for wrestling and being a head coach for golf. I'm sure there's a couple differences.
Yeah, there's some differences. Just honestly, with wrestling, me and Coach Former's been together so long. He is the head coach and I'm the assistant coach, but it almost feels like we're just co-head coaches in wrestling. We just both do our thing. In golf, up until this year, basically it's just been me. And luckily our county's seen the need for golf teams to actually have assistant coaches and have put the effort into allowing that to happen. So we actually have an assistant in golf this year, which is going to be very beneficial for our team.
Coach, you had a really good golfer graduate and move on to Talladega. So first of all, why don't you talk about Nick and just kind of what he did to help this program improve the past couple of years, and then kind of talk about a couple guys that could step up this year and try to fill that role a little bit.
There's no replacing a Nick Ledbetter. He was great for our program. He constantly worked. Great kid. Got a full ride scholarship to play golf in college. And just like I preach to all our kids, doesn't matter what level you go to, if a college is willing to give you money to come play that sport there, then you've done something pretty special. Nick set all the records that you can keep here. He was a 3-time state qualifier, 2-time state runner-up, which was the first. Both of those are the first in Weaver's history. We've never had anybody qualify for state. He won the sub-state tournament one year, never had a tournament champion out of Weaver. And so he meant a lot to our program, and he still does, and me and him still communicate on a daily basis. But beyond just his ability to golf, he was a leader to the younger guys, to Hunter and Connor and JC. He encouraged them and helped them develop a love for this sport, and he was really good to work with them and help them with what they needed. As far as kids that could step up this year, you're going to talk to 2 of them today, Hunter and Connor. They're both going to be our big leaders this year. Another one, JC, John Curtis Reeves. He's another one that loves golf. He puts in a lot of time and energy into this, and he'll be our third one, and he's he'll be right there with Hunter and Connor all year. And then after that, we're very young after that, just like wrestling. So I guess that's the pattern here at Weaver right now is we're young.
Coach, you've been the coach for 7 years. This is year 7, correct? Year 7 as the golf coach. Silver Lakes is y'all's home. Obviously, probably the nicest course around here you could have is your home. No disrespect to any of the other courses around here, but just kind of talk about Silver Lakes, the course itself, getting to play there, getting to practice there. Talk about what makes that place so special for the Weaver program.
So Silver Lakes is a great course. If you've played there, you know how nice and upkept it is. My biggest thing for getting us to Silver Lakes as our home course was sectionals and sub-state at the end of the year. That's the type of courses you play on. And so I wanted my kids to have that opportunity to be able to practice there every day and get a feel for that type of course, because you do have to play those courses different. Silver Lake's multi-tiered greens. I mean, you got to make sure you're putting the ball where you need it to be to make the putts you need to make. But what also makes Silver Lake special is the people. Jason Callan is the pro out there, and he treats us just like we're family. He knows every one of our kids. He talks to our kids. He encourages our kids. Chloe, she's his assistant. She's the same way. She's great for our kids. Both of them actually ran a camp for me in the summers before, technique camp. So Silver Lakes I wouldn't play anywhere else right now.
Coach, what is practice like for you guys? How do you structure what you're going to do every day? Like, you go out to the course today, it's a little windy outside today. I don't know if that dictates what you do at practice. Kind of talk about what goes into building the practice schedule for your team.
So we kind of stay on the same practice schedule almost every day. We're going to putt. We're going to putt every day, and we got certain drills that we do on the putting green. and you're not allowed to leave the putting green until you finish those drills. In my opinion, putting it's where you're going to make up the most improvement in your game. And then we'll go to the driving range. Work if we need to work with specific kids, we'll set those to the side and work with them on specific swing mechanics. And then we'll also allow the ones that are ready and the older ones, sometimes we allow them to go on out to the course and just play around the 9. And then there's other days where we go out there and we do situational drills. I'll take them out to the course, and they have to be able to hit out of the woods or out of a bunker or out of a hazard or something like that.
Man, that's pretty cool. I need to come to practice so I can figure out this stuff and how it works, because I definitely have to hit out of the woods and out of hazards a lot. But, Coach, looking at the schedule, I don't have it in front of me, obviously, or haven't even looked at it, but you play a lot of competition in this area. Got some really good competition. Just talk about golf here in East Alabama and how good it is.
Not a shot at anywhere else in Alabama, but I honestly believe Calhoun County's got the best golf. We don't have to go far to find competition. White Plains is in the running every year for the state tournament championship. Alexandria this year is going to be in the running for a state championship. Those two teams right there give you all the competition you want. There's not many kids in this whole state that's better than any kid on their team. You can go out and play White Plains. You can play Sawyer Edwards. He's going to go to college and play golf. One of the best golfers there is around here. There's no need for us to travel far to find the competition we need to find to get better.
Now, obviously, the county tournament, went from 2 days to 1 day to back to 2 days. Looking at the county tournament itself, how do you get your team to just to make sure that you go from 2 days to 1 and then 1 back to 2? There's just been a lot of kind of chaos surrounding the county tournament. I think a lot of people are going to be relieved when they can just play, this year. So how do you get your guys to just focus back in on that and try to put a good showing in on that?
Honestly, I really don't even talk to them about it, changing from 2 days to 1 day back to 2. I'm sure they heard about it happening, but we don't even bring it up. It's not a big thing. It doesn't matter if they tell us to play 9 holes or 54 holes. We're going to go out there and play whatever the tournament tells us to play. Now, we prefer the 2-day tournament just because that's what it's always been in Calhoun County, and it's a big deal. If you're watching and you've never been to the county golf tournament, come on Saturday. It's a big deal. The best way I can put it is another kid that graduated for us last year. He told me, his name Jackson Williams. He said, "Coach, I hate being number 2 because I know I'm playing in front of the number 1s on second day of the county." And he said, that's the most nerve-wracking thing when you're coming up 18 and there's just people everywhere watching you come in. It's a fun experience for these kids. Some of these kids will never get to experience something like that. And so we try to make county a big deal, and we want it to be a big deal for our kids, and it's just enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, do you like to watch golf? I know you've been coaching golf. You're wrestling, kind of know that's kind of the sport, especially with your son wrestling now, but and your daughter as well. But do you like to watch golf on the weekends?
I do. I love watching golf. Life stays so busy, I don't get to watch as much as I want to, but if there's a major on, I'm not going to miss the majors. We watch them. I like watching college golf. And luckily, this past year, my wife surprised me with tickets to the PGA Championship in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And that was probably the coolest experience I've got to ever be a part of, just to see these guys that you see on TV. And when people say these guys are good, there's a commercial where it says these guys are good. They're not mistaken. Them guys, it's amazing what they can do, especially in person. But I actually have 3 kids wrestling. I also have my stepdaughter wrestles too, so we are a wrestling family. And you spoke of Dylan wrestling. I actually tried to get him into golf before wrestling. He was taking golf lessons and just decided wrestling was more his thing.
All right. Well, so the Brown family is a wrestling family, needless to say. But, Coach, when you're playing golf, is there a certain somebody that you root for?
Somebody I root for?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is going to surprise you. As you know, I'm a big Auburn fan, but Justin Thomas is by far my favorite golfer. He's probably the only person that's ever attended the University of Alabama that I do root for. But I love his game. I love where he came from, and just to see him, majority of the time he's just having fun out there. So that he's by far my favorite.
You heard Coach Brown. He loves Justin Thomas almost as much as he loves Nick Saban. Coach, what's the goals for you just as a coach for your team this year? What would you like to see your team achieve?
The goals for this team this year is to continue improving every day. And by the end of the year, let's go to sectionals and take our best shot at qualifying for sub-state and just take each day by day and see what we have. We lost majority of our starting lineup last year to seniors. We lost three guys who had played for me since they were in the 7th grade. And so this year is what people consider a rebuilding year. And I honestly think that the guys we have are going to surprise some people.
Final question, Coach. Obviously, you just talked about giving it to your sectionals, giving it your best shot. For anybody that's in Weaver High School and they want to play a sport, but they don't know what sport they should play, trying to decide if they want to play golf, want to try to figure out how to play golf, what would be your message to the other students that are kind of trying to weigh whether or not they want to step foot on a golf course?
My best advice would be to go try it. Go try it, see if you like it. Talk to me, talk to any of these guys that are on there. We're very competitive, and the team is, compared to where it was years ago, it is super competitive now, but there's still opportunity. The good thing about now is, unfortunately for the Nick Ledbetters and the Jackson Williams and the Hunter Heiss and Connor Mayfield, these guys got thrown in as 7th graders to a varsity lineup, having to go out there and play against kids that were already shooting in the 70s, and that can get into your head game. And as we know, golf's probably 95% head game. And so the good thing about it, Weaver, now is, especially for our boys team, you have that time to come in and learn as a young kid and let these older kids lead the way, and then you can learn and step up once they've graduated.
Absolutely. Coach Justin Brown of the Weaver Bearcats. We will have more of them. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk with one of his golfers, Hunter Heiss. So do not go away as we continue on the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the Locker Room each and every day. Ted's Floors and Beyond has all your flooring needs, whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, luxury vinyl. They have it for you right there at Ted's. You can go by their showroom there in Anniston and you can pick out what you like, want, and need, and they can do that there at Ted's. Also, they've got their partnership with Welborn Cabinet and will offer you a complete kitchen or bath makeover. That includes cabinets, countertops, flooring, backsplashes, tile showers. They can get it done there at Ted's Floors and Beyond. And now they offer you work on your outdoor space, whether it's an outdoor kitchen, patio, or living space. They have specially made outdoor tiles and stones that can enhance your outdoor experience. Go by and see them today at their showroom in Anniston on Highway 431, right before you get to Sachs Elementary School, or visit them online at shopteds.com. That is shopteds.com. Ted's Floors and Beyond brings you the Locker Room. We continue on the Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm Namath Pitts. We continue to talk Weaver Bearcat golf. We are now joined by junior golfer Hunter Heiss for the Bearcats. Hunter, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody how long you've been playing golf?
I've been playing since 7th grade.
And now, were you playing golf before 7th grade? You just joined the Weaver golf team in 7th grade? Or did you just start playing golf in 7th grade?
I started playing golf in 7th grade.
So what got you into playing golf?
I went one time with my dad, and I fell in love since.
What's kind of your average, you would say, on a course if you're playing 18 holes?
Probably about 80, around there.
Well, you would beat me right now the way I've been playing. I tell you what, I stepped on the course the other day and was absolutely atrocious. Let's talk about Coach Brown. This is a guy that obviously you get to be around a lot during wrestling season. Then you kind of go from very tough discipline. Well, golf takes a little bit of discipline too, but really tough, different energy on a wrestling mat to combat sea breeze and oceans, it feels like on a golf course, even though we all know it's not really like that when you're playing. But you go from wrestling to golf, which are two completely different sports, two completely different atmospheres. What's he like on the golf course compared to the way he is on the wrestling mat?
It's way different. On the golf course, he's calm, laid back, and we're like having fun at practice. But at wrestling, it's way different. He's on your tail the whole time.
So what's practice like? When you guys practice, what does a practice look like for the Weaver Bearcat golf team?
First we get there, we go to the putting green for like maybe 30 minutes, 35 minutes, do our drills, and then sometimes we'll go to the range or the short course. That's just a little par 3 course that Silver Lakes has, or we'll go on to like the big course.
All right, and so let's just kind of talk about your game itself. Let's say you step up and you got a par 5. How are you approaching a par 5?
First I'm going to hit driver, and then depending on the yardage, I'm going to probably take a 3-wood or probably like maybe a 5-iron.
What would you say is probably the best part of your golf game?
Definitely my driver.
So why do you think, so I'm just trying to get some help here. This is my favorite part of my job is I get tips. For someone like me that likes to send it all the way to the right to the next neighborhood, how do you prevent that?
I'd probably just say aim more left.
Okay, so I'm just going to turn my body this way. Probably not good advice from Hunter Heiss, but no, Hunter, how do you decide when you're going to lay up on something or when you're going to go for it?
Well, if I'm going to lay up, that means I probably won't be able to reach it, or I'm just playing smart.
So what makes you decide when to do that, whether or not you think you're going to reach it?
Well, let's say I have like a 120 shot. I really don't have like a good 120 club, so I'll probably just lay up and hit like a small wedge and then chip on.
Talk about what it's like when it's raining. I know there's been a couple times where it starts coming down rain. Obviously, if it's really bad, they try to postpone it. But if you happen to play in a little bit of rain, how does that change your approach? Does it change it at all? Talk about the difference in playing in rain compared to when it's a nice, pretty day like today.
The difference with rain is, well, I can't use one glove. I'd have to sometimes use like the weather gloves. And it's honestly, to me, more peaceful out there when it's raining. So.
Now let me ask you another question. What happens when it's a really, really windy day? Does that impact the way you play?
Yeah, a lot.
How so?
Well, I like to tend to hit a fade. So I mean, if the wind, sometimes if the wind's into me, I won't be able to hit it as far. Or if it's going to the left, then that's going to mess up my fade even worse.
Now, I don't know about you, but for me, and maybe it's the putt all my life, I really don't know. But for me, the best part of my game is definitely putting. It really doesn't matter if I'm playing at Silver Lakes where it's going to break a lot, or I'm playing like somewhere like, the hill where it doesn't break as much necessarily. But I'm really good at putting. But do you have a strategy when it comes to reading the greens? Kind of somebody's never played golf and they're like, I don't even know what reading a green means or what that looks like. How would you explain that to them?
Honestly, I'm not that good at reading greens either, but to me, putting's just really lucky most of the time.
He's a man of a few words. You talked more about wrestling. I will say that when we did our wrestling interview. But, Hunter, how do you handle, well, you just said you're not really good at putting. It's luck. But I was going to say, how do you handle fast greens versus slow greens?
Fast greens, I'll tend to, not hit the ball as hard, really, but that's it.
Let's talk about some of the equipment you use, Hunter, when you play. What brand of clubs do you use?
My driver and my 3-wood are TaylorMade Stelts, and then my irons are Callaway Mavericks. I think they're not the pros, and then my wedges are the Callaway Jaws, and then I have a Callaway Odyssey putter.
So what went into choosing those specific clubs? I mean, I'm a cheap guy. I think I got some Wilsons that like might be broke, might work. I don't know. Probably just my game, but either way, I don't get to buy those nice clubs like you. So talk about what went into buying those clubs.
I did a lot of reviewing on them, like mostly, and then I went to the PGA store in Birmingham. Yeah, Birmingham. And I hit them into a simulator and I was like looking how they felt and everything. And I liked them more than any other club, so I bought those.
Dude, I've never even tried a club before I buy it. I just buy it and hope it works. How often do you change your golf balls? Is it important to use the same golf ball the whole round of golf? Because some people say it is. Or you grab the noodle out of the water and swing it like most of us like me. But no, I mean, how important is it to use the same golf ball? Do you change your golf balls? You use the same thing throughout the year? Kind of talk about that.
I use the same brand of golf ball, but like while I'm playing the course, like I tend to look at my golf ball sometimes and it has like scuffs on it, so I'll try and get another one so I can probably get like more spin sometimes on shots, or just really how I feel that day.
Talk about golf shoes. I'm assuming you don't use tennis shoes on the course. You use your own golf shoes. So what kind of golf shoes do you use? And again, what's the difference in using a golf shoe and using maybe say a tennis shoes?
With the tennis shoes, you don't get as much grip, but like with the golf shoes, they have different ones like spiked golf shoes or spikeless. That means kind of like the bottom of the shoe. And the spikes, you get a lot more grip, but like with tennis shoes, you'll tend to like slip sometimes if it's wet out. And yeah, I use Puma golf shoes.
Does a tee matter at all?
To me, no tee, like the tee don't matter.
So you'll use anything short, tall, doesn't matter, length, size, doesn't matter?
Well, when I'm hitting my driver, I like a little lengthier tee. Or like on a par 3, I'll use a small little tee.
Is Silver Lakes your favorite course that you've played?
Yeah, hands down, yeah.
How many have you played outside of this Calhoun County area?
Like 4 or 5.
Is there one that you have that's like a favorite across the state?
There was one in Florida I played. I can't remember the name of it, but it was an okay course. I feel like they don't take that much care of it, but it was an okay course.
So let's go back to practice. We were talking about practice earlier. Do you have any specific goals that you're looking to accomplish when you go to practice each day?
Maybe probably like just a progression in my swing and everything. Or like I'll go out and hit like 50-yard shots, and if I get better each day by like getting more closer to the pin, then I feel like that's what I try and aim more to.
Do you guys have any certain drills that you find more effective than the others?
Some drills, maybe. Like my favorite ones are like when we'll do like little chipping games. I feel like that makes us better. We're having a little competition, and so it feels like it works more.
Talk about the mental aspect of golf, because obviously a lot of people say that the mental aspect is probably the biggest part of the game. And I tell you what, after hole 1 yesterday, I was doomed the rest of the day. So talk about the mental game and how important it is for you to stay calm and collected when things aren't going good.
Well, last year I wasn't really that calm and collected. I'd hit probably about one bad shot, and then the rest of my day would go downhill. But here recently, I've just tried to stay in a different mindset, and if I hit a bad shot, just forget about it and go to the next shot.
Do you like to watch golf?
Yeah, I actually do like to watch golf.
Who's your favorite golfer?
I'll go with Justin Thomas.
You know who I was going to say?
Tiger Woods.
No, I was going to say Justin Thomas. Justin Thomas was an Alabama guy, so he's the reason I love watching him play. I think he does really well. Now, obviously, his mental game, you can tell the times when he's off, it's definitely mental. There's no question about that. But is there anything about golf outside of playing that really just kind of like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you're not playing and you're watching golf, is there any things that you're looking for?
Well, if I'm watching Justin Thomas, I really don't look for anything because he's right-handed and I'm left-handed, so I don't feel like I learn anything. So I'll probably just tend to try and watch the left-handed guys and see what I could do different possibly.
Is there a course anywhere in the world that if you could play one course for free without a charge anywhere, where would it be?
Augusta.
All right. He wants to play at the Masters. I feel like most people would say that. Okay, this is going to be our last question. Attire. Now, you're trying to figure out what you're going to wear. Now, during high school, I'm sure you guys wear pretty much the same thing. But if you're playing and you're trying to, figure out what your attire is going to be, what does Hunter Heist typically like to wear?
Well, first thing is I like to wear shorts, and then mostly I just would wear like a plain color polo. Not one of those that pop out.
All right, I said that was my last question, but who's the better golfer, you or your dad?
Me.
All right, I got to figure this out. I need to see y'all play. All right, Hunter Heiss from the Weaver Bearcats. Do not go away, because when we come back, we're going to talk with another Bearcat golfer as we continue on the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
Welcome to Room by Room Home Furnishings, a locally owned and operated furniture store located in Oxford, Alabama. We've been serving Northeast Alabama and the surrounding area since 2007. We offer stylish and affordable new arrivals and all the top trends to help you get a cozy and homey atmosphere with hand-picked home furnishings and decor to fit anybody's style and budget with knowledge, personality, and good vibes. Let Room by Room in Oxford, Alabama help you score amazing deals and turn your house into a home.
Wait! This isn't a game. It's your basement. It's filling with water. And even worse, it's 2 a.m. Who are you going to call? Time's up. We'll come out 24/7, 365, any day, any time to put out any fires. Well, not actual fire. There's a better number for that. But when it comes to plumbing, call One Tom Plumbing.
Welcome back into the Locker Room, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. We continue to talk Weaver Bearcat golf. We are now joined by Connor Mayfield of the Weaver Bearcats, who is a junior. Connor, let's start. You've been playing golf for Weaver for how long?
This will be my 5th year.
So you're a junior. You've been playing since 7th grade. What got you into playing golf?
Well, baseball was starting to die off for me, and I wanted to pick up a new sport. I didn't just want to be boring, so I picked the first thing that came to mind, and I've really stuck to it. I love it.
Now, let me ask you a question. Did anybody in your family play golf before, or you just kind of picked it up?
It's just me.
Just you. So nobody else played golf? All right, let's talk about Coach Brown. Let's talk about kind of, you don't wrestle, so you can't compare him from that to golf. But talk about what Coach Brown's like, just golf practice when you guys are playing. Just talk about what he means to you as a person.
He's very important to me. He's a great coach overall. Some of the challenges we have, like closest to the pin, I feel like not every coach does that. He's just important to me.
Now, Coach Brown is he's pretty good from what I hear. No, I'm kidding. He'll tell you differently. But he's a good guy, though, that's for sure. And he's put a lot of work into this golf program, trying to help you guys get better. Talk about what practice is like. Kind of how does he structure practice? What does practice look like for you guys?
So we get to the golf course and we go to the putting green. Usually, sometimes it takes forever to finish your putting drills, or if you're really focused, it don't take as long. And then we finish the putting drills. We usually go to short course, championship course, anything like that.
Now, you said you shoot about the 90s, so, truthfully, me, honestly, if I actually kept up with the score and, didn't pick up after 3 triple buggies is our triple buggy rule, I don't think y'all get that in high school, do you? You don't get the triple buggy rule, do you? No. Yeah, see, I would be afraid to see what I do without the triple buggy rule, but what's the toughest course you've played? I mean, Silver Lakes is where you guys primarily play. Is that the toughest course, or is there somewhere else?
I would say Silver Lakes is the toughest. It's challenging.
What do you think is the most challenging part of golf?
Probably the shots, really, because you have to hit a good shot to keep your score low.
What do you think is probably the biggest area of improvement that you need to have this season to up your game?
My chipping.
Chipping, is that a inside, 45, outside? Where about do you feel like is your struggle when it comes to chipping?
60 yards and in.
Yeah, yesterday, I don't know why, but I kept hitting them way over the green. I was like, this is not making any sense. And then when you don't need to hit it over the green, I mean, when you need to hit it like, I'm not making any sense. Needless to say, I didn't do good with my chipping. How do you feel about putting? Heist said he didn't really know a lot about reading greens. Are you the same way? Do you just step up and try to get lucky, or are you actually trying to see how it breaks? And then how do you kind of figure out where you need to hit it and how fast, how slow?
I just look at the grain mostly. I have a line on my ball. I kind of position it to which way the pin is, and you have to watch for like the slopes and like the breaks. You just try to follow those.
Okay. What is the best round you shot?
82.
82 is not bad, man.
Yes.
Talk about just what is it like mentally trying to keep yourself, calm, which is a tough thing to do when you're playing golf, especially when things aren't going your way. Talk about mental for you. Is there anything you do when you're out on the course to try to keep yourself from not getting too rattled?
I try not to overthink about stuff. Like, I'll have a bad shot. Last year I was really bad at that. I'd have a bad shot and then I just I just fell downhill. But I'm trying to stay focused, just slide it off my shoulder, and yeah.
What's the best shot you can remember ever having in golf?
I think it was my second year, and I was 175 yards out from the pin, and I was stuck at 6 foot away from the pin. That's my best shot, I feel like.
So you haven't ever hit a hole in one?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Not even at beach putt-putt?
Oh, beach putt-putt. Heck yeah.
I've never stuck one in, and I've never hit an ace. So I'd tell you the best shot I can remember taking myself is I was playing. I believe we were at Cider Ridge, and we were on hole number 1, the very first hole, and I drove it, put it on the green about, on the green. For me, I was like, dang, I never thought I'd have made it there. And what I did after that, we're not going to talk about, but that was the best in terms of the drive. I did get an eagle one time at Cane Creek, too. I was on the back 9 on hole 11. It comes down and then goes over the little, there's a little creek or whatever on the back end you go over. I drove one down, then put it on the green. It rolled down in. I got an eagle. And so that was probably one of the ones I remember. Kind of talk about just what your goals are for this season.
I want to break 80 this season. I think I can do it. Actually, I know I can do it. I want to stay focused, not pull myself downhill like I did last year, and just be better.
Is there anybody on y'all's team that I know coach is real calm in golf, but is there anybody that it just seems like he kind of rides their tail a little bit more than anybody else?
He probably rides mine and Hunter's tail the most because he knows we have more in us.
Okay, definitely got potential. The sky's the limit. Looking at this season, obviously there's some tough competition across the area. Obviously you guys want to break into some of that, not just as individuals, but as a team as well. Just talk about the area of competition that you guys have around here, how good it is.
I would say it's pretty big competition around here. You have White Plains, Oxford. Those two teams are really good put together. And I'm not saying we're bad, but they have more experience than us.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, there's a lot of schools in this area that don't even have a golf program. My school had one for 2 years, and then it disappeared. It's not even there anymore in terms of the golf program. So the fact that Weaver has a golf team and that you guys are out there working every day at Silver Lakes is a testament to you guys, and it's a testament to Coach for the work that you guys are putting in. And I just kind of want to ask you, you're a junior, so you still got a whole nother year. Away from golf season, do you play golf still all the time? Even when you guys aren't playing during the season, are you still playing?
I try to get out there as much as I can. Transportation's not really a big issue, but I have a job. But yeah.
Yeah. So do you do any lessons or anything, or you just, you came out for high school ball and you kind of been that's the way you've been playing?
I've taken a couple lessons before. I didn't find that they were helpful, so I just kind of stuck to my old swing, and then Mark West, our new assistant coach, has been helping me at practice these past couple of days.
Yeah, I have the best coach. Just go on YouTube, look up how to fix my drive, and it doesn't help me. So maybe I need to invest some money in one of the people and see if they can help me. All right, that is it for us though today. Talking Weaver Bearcat golf. Good luck to the Weaver Bearcats this season. I look forward to videoing them playing. Just a little heads up for you guys. I'm gonna be doing some video footage and talking with Coach Brown more this season as we continue on. Hope you'll join me back here tomorrow evening on the Locker Room at 5 p.m. presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.